your ads didn't fail, your back end panicked. And that's why your conversions dropped. I'm Judy, the CEO of Bringing Simplicity, and this is the one of the most overlooked reasons why your ads aren't converting. So even though you probably have targeting and creative, those are super solid for you, it still might not be converting. So today I'm going to talk about one of the reasons that we find after running thousands of ad campaigns, and it's the back end, the part of your business that cold traffic starts experiencing right after they click. However, you've been doing so well organically that you may not be thinking about this part, right? Like you're so excited to run ads. So you're like, I'm just going to take my current funnel, what I already have, and just start running ads to it. Like the same emails, same page, everything. But here's what happens. Your cold audience clicks your ads because obviously we've nailed Andromeda, right? And however, and because they're finally curious, they're still a little cautious, right? Remember, they're a cold audience. So they land on your page and it's confusing to them, it's unclear, and maybe even a little aggressive for their liking. And so you instantly lose trust, right? So you only have like 10 seconds to grab them. You lose trust because your landing page is talking to your already nurtured warm audience and not a cold audience. So if you're already like, oh, I need to learn more, in the link in the description below, I've dropped a link to audit your landing page. It's a free checklist, and it'll take you 2 minutes to figure out what to do to your landing page. So this cold audience that you have doesn't care about you, honestly. They're like, what's in it for me? They don't give you the benefit of the doubt like your warm audience who's been following you for years does. Because they don't know your story. They haven't been even to your profile probably. They don't know your results. They don't know your accolades. They don't know your credibility. So everything that they click, every page, every email, every DM has to answer this question. Well, actually, two questions. Why should I continue to stick around? And better yet, why should I give you my phone number or email? So what we do before we scale ads at all for any of our clients, no matter, like we have had clients with 100,000 followers, we've had clients with 200 followers, we look at your back end. We actually have somebody who approached us for ads a couple weeks ago, and we were like, hey, before we even consider running ads for you, fix these few things in your funnel and then come back. And what you need to do is you need to rewrite your landing pages for a cold audience, one. Two is your lead magnets need to be very, very clear. Your internal audience, your warm audience already knows like your fancy messaging, your terms for each package that you have, but it needs to be super clear on what it does by its name. And you might even need to name it so it's ad, aka cold audience friendly. The second is your email, DM, text sequences. They need to establish trust earlier on. And so they reduce that uncertainty for somebody to stick around. And then, of course, your automations need to be firing for a cold audience, because that audience will not stick around without proof, results, like seeing basically, hey, that's me in your proof and results, right? And most importantly, though, people right now need to hear a hero story, right? Which is where you were, because you were once them, generally, when we're talking about our clients, because our clients are typically coaches, right? Like you were once them. And then you'd be ready to run ads. So if you have all of those things, again, there is the checklist in the description below. So if any of this is resonating with you, like and subscribe. If you are finally realizing that ads have felt a little harder, you're like, oh man, I have a little more clarity now on what I need to do to get my campaigns ready to run ads, right? And So most people try to fix the ads. They're like, oh, it's got to be the targeting, it's got to be the creative, it's got to be Andromeda, all of that, right? But if you have a really good ad strategy, which you usually, for us, it usually takes about 5 to 10 days to map out a very good strategy for you, is you're not looking at what happens after somebody clicks, right? So if you're getting leads coming in, one, they should be filtering some people out. That's one thing. But also, how many people are you losing and where are you losing them in your back end? So the ads grab attention, but your systems are what help with the conversion. So you need to be looking at the overall strategy when it comes to what's going on with your ads. And that's something that I think a lot of people don't understand before hiring anybody to run your ads for you. Okay. And so once the backend's ready, that's when we're really able to test, right? Then we start testing more creative, more, things like that, right? Because then you don't have a leaky bucket. So now we are able to test messages and creative. So in the next video, now you're ready for ads. And so the very first type of ads we run is what we refer to as sprint testing. And it's the best $40 that you'll ever spend in Meta Business. And we're going to walk through that entire process next week. So I'll see you there.